you. Yeah, ready, like one. Ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Jill, can we turn this up a bit, please? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Clifton Lane for today's game with Cinderford. Can we have a big Rotherham welcome for everybody from Cinderford, please? But we knew we were in for an hard game today. I don't know if you've watched the results, but Cinderford came from 31-0 down one week this year, so we knew they could play for the full 80 minutes, and they proved that, because I think their pack towards the end really wore us down. But what a great result for our lads. They really put the effort in, and 20 points to 3, absolutely brilliant. Big round of applause for Rotherham Titans. So we're going to start with the Chairman's Award. I'm going to ask Nick Cragg, Chairman of Rotherham Times, to come up first and tell us about his choice as man of the match from Cinderford.
Hi everybody. Yeah, firstly, before I do that, just a few bit of information about Cinderford. Cinderford, although we've not been there, we've never played them, it seems like a real rugby club. They've definitely brought a committee in force, and we welcome them to our club. And they look very, very nice in their Richmond ties, don't they? But and probably you've got a decent order. Did you put club together, you and Richmond, to get a discount? I expect. Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah. But actually, like Richmond, they are very, very long-standing. In fact, they were formed in 1886. 132 years ago, that club, which is amazing, and they come and play their rugby, of course, in one of the hotbeds of English rugby in Gloucestershire, on the eastern fringes of the Forest of Dean, which is a beautiful area, and close to real rugby territory, Wales, of course. And some of their alumni, I mean, the latest one, a great seven, one of the best sevens I think we've seen in a long, long time, is Sam Underhill, who graced their field. And you brought along, didn't you? You brought them along, didn't you? You brought him in, that's right. He didn't know much until you got hold of him, but now he's Freddie Burns, Ben Morgan, Harry Trinder, Josh Adams, the Welsh winger, for those that don't know him, and Harry Williams. So a club with a really rich history, producing great players. It's been a difficult game out there today, wet conditions, and really a game of two defences, and their defence was very strong, in fact, given that we had a lot of the territory in the possession. We just couldn't break them. It was a fierce battle up front, but surprisingly, my man of the match goes to a back, and it could have been the 15, Liam Hemming. It could have been the 10, Danny Poynton, who actually was playing 10, I think, for the first time in some time. He played today, and he did a great stint, but he got taken off 20 minutes from the end. So my man of the match is the 13, Terence Baranis. And actually, Terence caused us some problems breaking through, and played a great game, I thought, Terence. Now, Terence, this is the first time this has happened, because for those that you don't know, we go back to traditional rugby roots, and we have a beer competition in this part of the proceedings. And he says, not on religious grounds, I've asked him that, but on medical grounds, not even on fitness grounds, on medical grounds, he's on by antibiotics. So he's nominated the biggest drinker in the club, isn't that right? Can shift it, which I think is a bit unfair, but we'll have to give him that. So anyway, that's so. Could I hand you over to the chairman, Robert Morgan, who will tell you about his man of the match.
Thank you, Nick. It's great to be up here with a famous club like this for the first time. I thought it was a very tough game. The conditions dictated quite a lot of the play, I thought. I'm not going to say much except that I thought your fullback, Callum Irvine, kept us pinned for long periods of the game, back at our own 22 or 25 as it used to be when I was playing. And so Callum is man of the match.
We need to go and say a few words.
I'm to say a few words. Just want to say thank you to Rotherham for having us, and thank you for putting up a really tough, strong game against us. Really made us actually fight for it, even though we lost at the end, but made us stick through it. So just want to say good luck for the rest of your season, and hopefully we can return the favour and come back up to us.
Well done. Just a few words.
Hello. Yeah, thank you for the man of the match. Yeah, couldn't have done it without your support again. It's great coming out here, playing at home with all you guys getting behind us. It makes the job a little bit easier, you know, when we do get a win. So, yeah, thanks for your support.
Thanks, Callum. It's the first time that Rotherham have played Cinderford here at Clifton Lane, so as is tradition, we're going to hand over a plaque to a representative from Cinderford. Yeah. Thank you very much, Nick. This will go on the wall with many others. Right, it's also Player of the Month award. So, oh yeah, sorry, we're going to do the beer. Right. You're going to do it. Come on here. We're not doing half back. He's doing it. We're not doing half back. No.
Oh, he's doing it. Push your nose aside, Cal.
On the count of three. 1, 2, 3, go! So as I say, it is Player of the Month award time. Quiet lads please, quiet. Thank you. So I'm going to ask the Director of Rugby, Martin Jenkinson, to come forward and announce who is the Player of the Month for Rotherham for November.
Thanks, Sean. Do you know what, it doesn't seem 2 minutes since we've given the Player of the Month for October. Yeah, first thing, Cinderford, thanks for making the long trip. You're a credit to your club, you're a credit to Rugby Union. Listen fellas, today I thought a side that did the basics so well. We got no returns at scrum time, we nicked one line out all day, and you tackle forever, and whilst ever you do that, nobody's ever going to get a lot against you. So, well done Cinderford, etc. Our Player of the Month. I think interestingly, last month's Player of the Month was Tom Cottrell, and the coaching team said it could have been this fellow who's got it this month or Tom Cottrell, and that tells you what this fella's all about. It's all about consistency. We know in a rugby side there are, I'm not going to say the stars, but there are those players that score the tries that win the game. But we also know as a coaching setup that there are a lot of players that I call the glue players, that hold it all together, that make sure they're the ones who are always in the right place, at the right time, doing the right things. Interestingly, last week, this kid scored a fantastic try,
and it was a fantastic team try. There was something like 12, 13 phases, and then he was in the right place, in the gap to score the try. So this month's player of the month is Zach Poole.
Thank you. Just want to say thanks to the fans for coming down. It's massive. Everyone said it when they come up, but it is massive for us all to have that on the sidelines, getting us through all the games. So couldn't do it without you. Thank you.
Now I'd like to ask our winning captain, Joe, to come up and say a few words. Joe, to come and say a few words.
Yeah, tough one today. We knew what Cinderford were going to bring to us. We knew that they had a very, very strong set piece, and credit to our lads. I think they challenged them there, and I think we stopped them at times there, and so credit to our boys there. But and then credit to Cinderford. We've seen that what they've done in the past. We've seen what they've done to other teams up front, and they got a very strong team there, especially up front, and they've got a lot of players that have the ability to take them a lot further, and they've got something building there, so credit to Cinderford on that one. Yeah, I think today was who was going to break first. It was a big battle, and we said at half time there was a couple of things we could change in attack. Defensively, we didn't think we had to change too much. We didn't just hold our discipline because we knew that they would kick to the corner. They got a strong set piece and take us over, but I think we held our discipline. I think we fronted up, which was good, and in attack I think we stuck to what we do. I think we moved the ball around. That doesn't mean that we went wide all the time. We did this. We kept challenging their defence by moving it, and sorry, they're getting a bit excited. No, but it was good. I think after 15 minutes, by moving them around so much, I think then the hole started to come, and then we capitalised on it. And that's credit to the lads. They took in, they believed in what we put forward to them, and what we said at half time they took forward, and so credit to the boys on that. So well done, lads. And yeah, we've got a big 3 weeks ahead of us now, up to Christmas. Bishops, Blackheath, and then Darlington, both of those at our place, and it's a big 3 weeks for this club, and it's exciting because we've got so much more in us, and hopefully we can do it for the club and do it for you guys, and we'll keep moving forward, so thank you very much.
We are now going to get the club captain to come up and say a few words. Seb Nagel Taylor.
Come on, Prince Harry.
This will be the last speech, I promise. I just want to reiterate what everyone's pretty much said. Thank you to the supporters. Your support's massive, and we really appreciate it on the pitch. Cinderford, a hell of a physical game. All the best for the rest of the season, and hopefully we'll see you down your place. Thank you.
So, for those of you that don't know, the players are taking part, or some of the players are taking part in Santa Dash tomorrow to support Rotherham Hospice. That's down at Clifton Park. Meeting from 10 o'clock. Santa Dash starts at 12. Come on down and support the lads. Give them a cheer. And also it'll help Rotherham Hospice. So, great cause there. As Joe says, we're away next week at Bishop Stortford, and then 2 home games back to back before Christmas. 2 easy games, one against Blackheath, one against Darlington. Get down, support the team. They're doing it for you guys, they're doing it for this club. Give them all your support. Have a safe journey home. Thank you very much for your support today. Thank you.
Martin's sister was better than that.